All right. All right, all right. Let's turn that down a little bit. Hey there, Anthony. How you doing? Running a couple minutes behind tonight. Had to sort out some camera issues. Mr. Hutchins, Mr. Alvin, John, real quick while I got you. I forgot to ship the package out again. It's not lost this time. It's been a crazy week. I've just been getting back to work with the scooter, so been a little behind the times. It will be gotten to soon. Mr. Alvin joining us from, what was it, Texas or Florida? All right, looks like we got a question here already. Turn my music up a little bit. I want to hear it. Can you guys hear the music all right? I don't know if it's too loud for you guys. All right. If you choose one Anbernic or Miu gaming handheld, which one and why, please? Well, first off, let's bring them up here on screen. Now, I want to try to bring up the Amazon listings if they still have them. Let's pop them over here, guys. So we got a question here from Nivek Tech 26. If you were to choose between an Anbernic or Miu gaming handheld, which one and why, please? So let's go over them a little bit here, and let's talk about it. I appreciate the question jumping right in. Thank you. All right. So first we have the Anbernic. This is one of the more popular ones, the RG35XX. So we'll use this one as a baseline. Unless you had a different one in mind, Nivek, let me know. Hair Force, what's going on? Let me get the other one up over here too. I'm going to try to compare some that are fairly similar. So we'll go with the Miu Mini. I feel like that's a pretty fair comparison. And this is the Miu Mini here. Okay, so what we're looking at here, guys, we had a question in chat if you guys are just hopping in. We had a question about a guy asking about these two different gaming handhelds. Now, first off, if you're looking at something, you're not sure which one to buy, start with the reviews. Now, I'm not saying, like, just start with, like, oh, it's good, it's good. I like to start and see if there's any in-person pictures. It gives you a much better idea on how clear the actual clarity is going to be, right? So this one right here, looking at it, nice clear screen. This one right here, this is the Anbernic. Pretty big screen. I like that. So we hop on over to the Miu. Looks like we're going to have about the same screen. So nothing to really compare there. Controller size and controller size pretty much identical. So now we got to break down the specs. Just looking into them real quick here. DDR3, 64 gigabyte card. The A9 quad core. So basically the way I would choose between these two, Nivek, since both of these are highly customizable, I would probably go with the higher specs for the price. That is kind of like what my main choosing function would be. Let me see if I can find the specs on this one here. Doesn't seem to want to tell us here. Let me see if the user manual will tell us. All right, let me see. You know, so far the fact that the Miu isn't really just outright saying their specs is kind of a bummer. I might have to Google it and look it up specifically. Because what I want, like when it comes to a gaming console, if I'm spending this much money, what I'm going to look for is I want the fastest one I can. That way I can handle adding more games, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Hey, Dustin. Hey, MPJ. If you guys are just joining us, we're looking over a couple of different gaming handhelds that one of the viewers, Nivek, asked about. And he asked, which one would you pick and why? And I was showing him my breakdown on how I would look this up. Unfortunately, the Miu isn't quite giving me all the specs I want here. So let's dig into that. Let me see. We'll probably find them here. All right, so this has a Cortex A7, 1.2 gigahertz, and 64 gigabytes of storage. Doesn't tell me how much. Oh, 128 megabytes of storage. That seems a little too low. That doesn't seem quite right. All right, so between these two, just looking at the price to comparison here, 128 megabits of RAM, 64 gigabytes of storage, Cortex A7. You look at this one, which is, wasn't this one cheaper? Yeah, this one is cheaper. The Anbernic RG is cheaper. It's got a faster processor, more RAM. So just off of those specs alone, I would want to check more into reviews, but I'd be going off the Anbernic, hands down. Yeah, just off of those specs alone. I mean, it's $20 cheaper. They have the same layout, same screen, but you get a lot faster handheld with the Anbernic. What do you think I should post when I do live streams, Anthony? Like post on Instagram or what? I normally try to go live a few minutes ahead of time. So, you know, it gives people kind of a heads up like, hey, I'm going live, but we were having some camera issues and I was running a little behind today. So today, I'm really depending on you guys for some of our content. I was hoping you guys would come to me with your tech questions. Computer, tech, buying, fixing, repairing. I got a couple of things we can open. Nothing too exciting, but I was also thinking about not only do we open them, but we take them apart. Let's see what's inside. Let's see what makes them tick. That's kind of the general plan for today. Now, I only have time to stream for a little over an hour today because I'm back to work. And even though it's late, I still got to get out and take care of about 60 scooters tonight. MPJ asks, what do you think about Wise cams? I know a little bit about them, but I haven't gotten one in hand. I mean, overall, they seem fine. The reviews are good. Only thing I don't like about them right off the bat is that they're only 1080p. In today's world, 1080p webcams or security cameras tend to really be lacking. I'm sure they probably have 4K ones, right? The 2K is not bad. Prices seem fine, but I haven't really had any hands-on experience with those ones. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, Anthony. Not a bad idea. So, what do we think of the Temu video today, everybody? What do we think of the... I mean, you guys, a lot of you guys have already seen that stuff. You guys got to see it in the live. What did you guys think about the video, though? Alvin, you're looking to get into a gaming PC, huh? Well, you just got to let me know your budget, man. We'll take care of you. Something you always had and just added a fan to it. What do you got, Dustin? Yeah, that knife is super sharp. I actually just put that knife in the kitchen. That thing's going to get used there for sure. Hey, welcome 3D Prints. And no worries, man. We got started a little late, actually. So no worries. Anthony, I own a ton of Milwaukee tools. That is the primary tool that I own. And when I get in the Temu Impact, I will be using one of my personal Milwaukees to test against it. Torture test. One of them will not make it through the video. I'm going to tell you that right now. Yeah, convection ovens do work somewhat similar to an air fryer. It's just the close proximity and the temperatures allow it to fry things in a little faster manner. I actually have a convection oven that has an air fryer setting. It's a double oven. You got a normal oven on top and then the convection / air fryer, but they're kind of two different modes, but they do work very similar. Just catching up on chat here. Trying not to miss too much. Yeah, apologies, guys. I don't have anything crazy planned for stream tonight. But if anybody has any questions, feel free to throw them in chat. We'll hop right into them. Also, we're going to have to pick a different knife from Etsy. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it tonight, but the order got canceled. They said that they couldn't do a custom logo for us, which I was going to be okay with, but I didn't answer them within like an hour, and they just canceled and refunded the money. So I'm like, we'll get it. We'll get it going though. You just got your M18, huh? I use Milwaukee. I have the M12, the M18s. I've got saws, impacts, nail guns, everything Milwaukee that I've had for a long time. Hey, thanks, A-Cam. I appreciate it. Big fan of Matt Carricker over there. Alvin dropping the gifted memberships. Thank you, Alvin. Appreciate you, man. If it wasn't for you, I don't think I'd have more than like 3 members. The AT&T Vitza? Do you mean Vista? Yeah, you know, it's not that I don't want to review more phones. It's just that I don't think phones like that are going to get me a lot of interest. And if I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't have much interest in a phone like that. Hello, YouTube. How you doing tonight? You got any tech questions for us? Tech, computer? Shoot, you know, we can throw car questions in there too. The Romos 40,000 milliamp. Let me pull it up here. You know, I haven't tested one in person. Here, I'll show you guys what we're looking at here. He asked what I think about the Romos 40,000 milliamp hour portable charger. Well, I haven't seen it in person, but my first thought, if I want a portable charger, I want something that's fast. This seems very similar to the Temu one we just unboxed. Like, it's got the same layout. It looks like it even uses the same screen. God, that thing looks so similar to, except, you know, different USB ports. Reviews look fantastic on it. I mean, as long as the capacity is verified, the price seems good. It just looks like its charge is really slow here. I'm a big fan of fast charging, but I mean, again, if the capacity is verified, it's a pretty solid price. Downside is at 40,000 milliamp hours, you can't take that one on a plane. I think 27,000 milliamp hours is the maximum for planes. Let's see. It says 50% off. Yeah, I mean, if it comes in 50% off, now I wonder if that's off of the, let's see what it would show up as in the cart. It looks like it's not quite 50% off. It looks like it only comes down a few dollars from 59 to 43. I wonder how that works. Oh, you get the discount at checkout, so you got to click the button. Hey, I mean, if it's actually 50% off, I mean, it's really hard to beat that kind of capacity for that price. No doubt there. Which one did you get, A-Cam? Where did you pick it up from? We actually have another one to check out tonight. I was going to unbox it here in just a little bit. It's right there on the table. I actually don't remember when I ordered it. You know, it's a little slow in here. We could actually pop that open and take a peek at it. Give me a sec. Let's pop it over to the overhead camera here. It's from Temu. It's non-battery. Oh, you plug it in. Okay, I gotcha. Let's pop over here. Slide that back. This is another jumper box I actually got from Temu here. Oh, where's my camera center? Right here. I actually didn't get a chance to really check this one out just yet. I kind of forgot that I ordered this one when I ordered the last one, but the last one was on the top. Can't really test it in here, but we can unbox it. Got a USB Type-C. Nice. Very similar plug-in style to the one we just unboxed. It's got the non-round end and the round end. Nice. FC, welcome. 3D Prints. How you doing? This looks really similar to that first red one we tested out. Actually, this might be identical. I don't know where that thing went, though. I think I lost it outside. But this one is USB Type-C. I like that. Got the plug right there. Not really sure how to turn the light on. I was trying to figure that out. There we go. Decent little light. Makes it easier to plug in at night. But yeah, I picked this one up a while back. I don't remember what I paid for it. I know that I got it from Temu. And I'll have to test it out in a future video. Compare all of the Temu jump starters. I was super impressed with the jump starter from that video earlier today. I'm not kidding you. That thing started that truck like an absolute champ. It does seem to have a smart aspect to it. Like it wouldn't start the completely dead batteries, but I was impressed either way. That thing was so much better than the first one we tried. It wasn't even funny. Like way better. Substantially better. That was pretty cool. Should check out Unihertz. They have some strange and rugged phones. Unihertz. You know, I saw a really cool phone company at CES. I need to go through their cards and reach out to them. They had some really nice rugged phones I'd like to check out. I can't think of the name of them right now, but it was a really cool looking company. Unihertz, huh? Are you talking about these kind of rugged phones? 3D prints, these things look like they're straight out of 2003, man. That looks like a Galaxy S3, just big. What a weird looking phone. That one looks a little more normal, but holy cow. Look at the bezels on that. Is that the screen side? What am I looking at? So you got the Tank 2 or the Tank 3? Is this the one that you got? Dude, the bezels on this screen are huge. There's like no phone left. That is, I don't know if I'd recommend that for that price. Unless that's not what the screen looks like. What is it? Let's see. It's got a laser rangefinder. Does it got anything cool like a thermal camera? It's got the Helio G99 processor. That's not bad. That was the same as the A95 we reviewed a while back. 12 gigabytes of RAM. Big battery. Fast charging. Not super fast, but fast. You know, actually, there is still Lisa. Lisa said, you wish MP3 players. There is. Let me see if I can find it. There is still a really big following for the high-def MP3 players, actually. It's all about the hi-fi now, though. Like things like this. These things are all about super high-quality sound. Some of them even have like a built-in DAC, and they'll power like really high-end headphones. It's kind of a cool little world that's somehow staying alive. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool ones still out there. If you get curious, just look around. You're definitely going to find them. There's no doubt there. Sorry, guys, just catching up on chat again. I got a little distracted. You know, YouTube, I'm gonna keep saying Temu. I thought about saying Temo. The problem is, James from Freakin' Reviews said it the best way. Temu themselves, they don't even know how to say their own name because they've had like multiple commercials over the years, multiple websites, influencers, and they say it 4 different ways. So I think I'm gonna have to keep sticking with Temu. Yeah, that's how the ads from the Super Bowl said it, though. But that is not how their previous ads said it, so I don't think they know how to say it. You guys should go check out James' freaking reviews video that he made recently about how Temu doesn't even know how to say their own name. Had a really funny jingle at the end. It was great. Let's get a poll in chat. Let's get a poll. Temu or Temu? All right, we're starting the poll. First one is pronounced Temu. Second one pronounced Temu. Which one do you guys think it is? Let's get that poll filled in. I'm going to keep saying Temu. Tech is amazing. Let's just say there's a possible collab in works. He's a busy man. And, you know, it's a little bit of planning to make it work since we live on opposite sides of the country, but I would love to make it happen. Temu. I mean, the votes have spoken. I got to keep saying Temu. Temu. Should I start emphasizing the moo? No, I get what you're saying, though, YouTube. I get it. Their Super Bowl commercials threw me for a loop because all at once, that was the first time I've actually heard it pronounced Temu. Tech is amazing. We unboxed one little thing tonight. Not super exciting. I got a little power inverter I was going to check out. Unfortunately, I don't have a... Wait, I do have one actually. I got one other thing we can unbox. I got a power box we can unbox. This is a future video coming out sponsored by All Powers. They have a... It comes... We'll talk about it. We'll pull it out and have a peek at it here in a little bit. They should have me as their mascot. I'm just kidding. No, I don't do Temu sponsorships anymore. They're complicated. They try to dictate what I say. And honestly, they don't pay very well. It's not worth it. I'd rather just buy the stuff myself and rock it out. Temu. It's Temu on my channel, guys. That's just how it's got to be. Oh, also, Anthony, I saw your post about the Caterpillar phones. Yes, I've seen them. I have used them in person. Not sure I want to make a video entirely on them, but if they want to sponsor a video, we can talk about it. Lisa, which stuff are we talking about? Shipped out. Are you talking about the stuff that I bought last week? And no, Mr. Alvin, I have not tried out that skateboard yet. I need a slightly warmer day. Hopefully coming up this week, I'll be working on that video. I also have a new electric bike in. It's a folding fat tire electric bike that is like small and manageable. So I'm pretty excited to test that out. Also, in case you missed it, I did have the knife we ordered from Etsy got canceled. They couldn't put my logo on it, and I didn't get a chance to reply within a few hours, so they just canceled it and refunded me. So I'll do some more searching later. I'm gonna find another knife because I want to do that comparison. I want to see what Etsy has to offer. Anthony, there's a good chance that if you posted a link, it did not come through. Links usually get auto-blocked by the chat. But if you want to send it to me on Instagram, Acam, I can pull it up and take a look at it. Actually, you guys, you know what? I want you guys to do me a favor. I want you guys to all go do me a favor right now if you could. Let me pull it up. This company right here is called Owlette Bike. This is one of the weirdest, most unique e-bike things I've seen ever. I'm going to post their Instagram link. Let me post it here in chat. Do me a favor, guys. Go follow these guys and leave a comment on their latest post saying you should have Unbox Analysis review your Owlette bike. Let's get their attention. Yes, what the heck is that? You're right. That is the coolest, weirdest e-bike I've ever seen. But I want to see you guys comment on this page right now telling them they should have me review their bike. They are in pre-production. I saw them at CES in my basement video. But if you guys got Instagram, go over there. Let's get these guys to send me this thing. I want to ride this thing. It looks freaking cool, and I want to ride it. I want to test it out. I want to do a full review on this thing because I saw this thing in person. That thing is cool. Thing is super cool. It looks like, I don't know, it's different, it's unique. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of ugly, but it's kind of not. Like, it's ugly, but I love it at the same time. All right, give me a second. I will pull that up here. I gotta pull it up on the other screen. Gotta make sure it's good, because we're live and all that good stuff. You sent me a share link, bro. Bro, why you sending share? I'm just kidding. All right. Here is what he was trying to share with you, Anthony. I imagine if you just... most of these are going to work pretty good. They're pretty simple. Actually, I think I have this same one. This might have been in one of my videos. Pass. What do you mean pass, Air Force? I am not sure I've heard about it, YouTube. Let me check it out. Ah, a smartphone with a 22,000 milliamp hour battery, huh? All right, we can take a look at this together, guys. So he was asking about this smartphone. What do I think about it? Well, what I think about it, I can only base off of the specs. I haven't really seen or heard of this. So it's got a decent screen, 120 hertz IPS. I'd prefer to see AMOLED, but that's okay. A Sony IMX350. That's a bit of an older sensor, but it is a night vision sensor. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, Sony's 32 megapixel sensors are fairly old at this point, but it might be all right. Looks like it's got a decent waterproof rating. Supports NFC, Android 12. Okay. The battery size is absolutely massive. I wonder if that'd even be comfortable to hold, though. I don't know. Maybe I'll reach out to him, see if they want to sponsor a video, because I've never even heard of this phone. Looks interesting, though. Man, that is... okay, that is thick. Judging from... That's like double the size of my phone. Might not be too bad, though. Looks pretty interesting either way. All right, Air Force says, I got one of these for everybody where I work. What do you mean? We got one of what? And that is one ugly bike. I think it is kind of ugly, but I love it. I kind of like ugly things sometimes. The charger that you had up there. Oh, nice. Nice. So you bought one for everybody at the shop. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, we can end that poll. Temu won. I don't know. I just like it because it's so different, In today's world, it's hard to find things that are truly different. Like my channel. It's not that different. I want it to be different. I want it to be a little bit better. I'm working on it. But in the end, there's 1,000 people who do what I do. 10,000, 20, a million, I don't know. Yeah, Linux phones tend to be a little pricey. I don't really do much with the Linux phone, but they have their purpose. I'm trying to think. I think OnePlus was working on a Linux-based folding phone. See if I can find it. See, Linux works a lot with open source. No, the OnePlus phone wasn't Linux. I had that confused. Me personally, I wouldn't have a use for a Linux phone. Android's just easy for me. Okay, so you have the Tank 2, not the Tank 3. Yeah, they're huge. They're huge. How's the actual screen, though? Oh, Dustin, I missed your question. What computer/phone company was named in a movie? What do you mean by named in a movie? As in, like, the movie decided the name of the phone? Your S22 Ultra has screen burn-in. Interesting. I haven't heard any issues with that. Oh, Macintosh was the movie called Blank Check. I don't know if I've seen that one. I do like the let me see if I can find it. There was actually a really good hacker movie I liked back in the day with oh my god, I'm forgetting names. All right, help me out, guys. What is the woman actor's name who starred in, like, oh my god, I'm forgetting all my words tonight. The movie where the bus had to stay above 50 miles an hour. She also starred in the one where you couldn't have your eyes exposed or the alien whatever creatures would kill you. What was her name? I'm drawing a huge blank. Super popular actress. She's been working on stuff for years. Sandra Bullock. Yes. Okay. So Sandra Bullock starred in a hacker movie called The Net. And if you guys haven't seen it, go watch this movie. It is, honestly, I think it's even cooler to watch it now than to watch it back when it first came out, because you get to look at all this old technology they use in the movie. The movie was absolutely fantastic. Go watch this movie if you guys haven't seen it. It's on Prime Video. I don't remember where I watched it. I thought I watched it on Netflix. But this movie, seriously, go watch this. Super good movie. Yep. I'm giving you guys a second to write that down. I want to hear your guys' report on it next week. Sandra Bullock, The Net. We're gonna do some Q&A from the movie next week. That'll be for the giveaways. Yeah, that's what we're doing. There's only 14 people in here, so we'll see how dedicated you guys are. No, seriously, you guys would enjoy the movie though. Really good movie. You know, hey, Alvin, if you're still here, let me know in chat. Yeah, Norm, I just thought it was a great movie. Like, even though it was so long ago, like the thoughts. So in that movie, a lot of the technology they were talking about wasn't really public, and they didn't even know if it was actually real or not. And it comes to find out they can actually do all of that stuff. Hey, that would be awesome. See it in the movie theater, the dollar movie theater. I'd be down for that. What do you guys say we hop into unboxing this power box back here? I think we should hop into it. Let's check it out. I haven't actually really fully unboxed this thing. I opened the box just to see what it was. They did send it to me though. So, full disclosure. Unbox man with the unboxing. True enough, I do unbox a lot of things. Let me get this keyboard out of the way. We'll see what we can do from the overhead camera. It's pretty big. This ain't gonna work. We're gonna move this right over here. There we go. A little more, a little more. We're gonna do this one step at a time because this thing's pretty big. Alvin, since you're here, my question for you was, what is your budget on a computer? Because that would be a good thing for us to go over. We could go over a build guide right here too. So just in case people are looking for a computer at a certain budget, it'll give them an idea. So this was sent over to me at All Power. Power your better life. Brought to you by All Power. Nice little packaging here. Got the warranty label right on it. All right, nice. Got ourselves the guide here. So this is the model R600. We'll go over the specs. We'll go over the specs, guys. You guys know I like my power boxes. Looks like it's in a few different languages. Rock on. You know what? Let me zoom this out a little bit. Then we can kind of see a little bit more of what's going on here. Then we got ourselves a nice little bag. Most of them don't come with bags. And in the bag we have, we just have a computer power cable. Okay, All Power, that is an interesting use of an entire bag. That's it, guys. We just have a computer power cable. I mean, it's a nice bag, but you'd think there'd be some other cables in there. All right, just your average universal computer power cable. That's all we got there. Nice spin to it. I'm going to start by saying I'm very confused why they sent a bag and all it had in it was a power cable. I mean, it's a nice bag, don't get me wrong, but it's just interesting. This is my first look at this, guys. So we're going to look at it from the top first. Looks like they got a 15-watt wireless charger up there. I don't see any active cooling on this side, but just a plain plate. Nothing too exciting there. Back is completely plain. Let's check out the other side. I want to see if there's some active cooling. I don't know if there's any active cooling in this. I don't see a fan. Well, we'll check out this side. Oof. That is hard to open. I actually can't open that with my hand. Holy cow. All right, what do we got on this side? Oh, okay, so we have a circuit breaker here. We have your power in. So I guess the nice part about the power in is it has its charging system. So it's like it's DC inverter. Instead of having a big box, it's all built right in there. That's kind of cool. Yeah, put your guesses on prices down in the chat as well. And we will get to that. Yeah, put your guys' guesses on prices for this thing. And then we'll pull up the price at the end. But yeah, Alvin, we'll go over a $500 computer build here in just a little bit. And then looks like right here, we have a D60 connector for solar input. Now for the front. I mean, it's a good looking unit. It's pretty clean. We got ourselves two normal 120 inputs with some nice gasket covers that clip in. Got ourselves a car plug here. Got a light and a power button. Oh, it says 6%, but it's on. I'll kind of angle it here so you guys can see the screen. Oh, no, it's at 69%. It was loading. 2 days worth of power remaining. Right there, we have the USB port plug. Oh, nice. It's 100 watt out. Check that out. 100 watt out for there, 18 watt out for the USB Type A. I'll test all that when I do the video on this thing. All right, let's blind you guys with the light. Well, it's actually pretty bright. Oh, no, it's flashing. Okay, light is off. I don't know, cool little power box though. Throw some guesses down below what you guys think this thing's going to cost. I should at least try to figure out. I'll try to get you guys a little more info so you can have a little better guess here. Let me take a look at the bottom. Let me see what size this is. It's 299 watt hours, and it's a 600 watt with a 1200 watt surge. So 600 watt, 300 watt hours basically. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice little unit. It's pretty compact. I'm looking forward to testing this one out. It will do solar charging. This one, oh yeah, in your price guess, keep in mind, this comes with either a 60 or 100 watt solar panel. I have that in the other room. But yeah, this one actually comes with a solar panel. So here's this. I mean, it's a pretty good looking unit. I am still woefully confused why they would use this whole bag for a cable. Maybe they just wanted to give it to you in case you had some other stuff you want to put in there. It's a nice bag. Yeah, let's get some guesses in there. So it comes with either a 60 or 100 watt solar panel included in the price, 300 watt hour. So it's not huge, but it does do up to 600 watts. Pretty solid. Okay, let's see what our guesses are. We have Charlotte guessing 239, John Hutchins guessing 400, Dustin guessing 696, Alvin guessing 300 for the box, MP guessing 140. Let's pull it up. So this is the price of it. It comes in at $320 and it's a 100 watt solar panel that it comes with. You can get it in black or beige. I don't know why anybody would want beige though. I don't. That would be bad. I don't like that. Looks like they have a slightly bigger version here with a 200 watt solar panel for a little more. Or you could buy just the box itself for $199. Honestly, for what it is, not a bad price. Considering it has a 600 watt inverter in it. Well, 1200 watt peak, so it can handle a little more. It's LiFE PO4. And if we think back to the Banggood one we got, that one had a 60 watt solar panel. It was 200 watt hours, and that one was about, what was that, $200? So that's not bad. That's really not bad with the panel. Not bad. Yeah, the competition on these is pretty rough. You're not wrong about that, Air Force. I mean, at CES, man, I can't even tell you. One of the coolest ones I saw, actually, let me try to find it. Now, the reason this one was super cool, it's called Yosino. They are not cheap, but they use solid state batteries. So it allows them to put a lot more power in the same area. Here, let's pull it up. So like Yosino, first off, let's look at their spring sale. Let's see what they got. They're not cheap though. These guys are fairly pricey on a lot of them. Okay, let's look at their little one. So this is a 330 watt, 241 watt hour. So this is pretty comparable to the one we just looked at, and it's $300. So these are not cheap, but I'm telling you, these are going to be some high quality units because of the batteries they use. They have, I don't know exactly if they're going to last longer. They probably should because they're solid state. And if they're solid state, they don't have a problem with, let me try to find it. Let me see if I can find a picture of why lithium ion batteries die. I can kind of explain it, but I think a picture would work best. Yes. Perfect. All right, it's not the biggest picture in the world, but let's take a look at this. So this right here, this is essentially why lithium-ion batteries die over time. So you got two different parts, two main parts. You got a cathode and an anode. Basically, when ions travel from the anode to the cathode, generates power. Yada yada, cathode to anode, back and forth. Well, over time, the anode grows these little things called dendrites. Basically, it's like crap growing in the battery. And that'll, make you lose battery capacity. But eventually, once it passes to the other side, it short circuits out the whole battery and it's dead. So with solid state batteries, you won't have that issue because they're completely solid state. So essentially, a solid state battery should last way longer, like full charge, way longer type stuff. I'd like to see some numbers on it over time, but I actually need to reach out to Yosino. I want to get one of these and test it. Super cool company. I talked to a bunch of them in person. Very neat looking boxes too, just kind of unique. I can't comment on their Air Force. We're born with what we're born with, man. Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of cool. I don't remember if I emailed these guys or not. Let me check. No, I did not email them. I need to email them because I met them at CES. Again, super nice guys that I talked to there. Whew. Jorge, what's up, man? Only 6 likes, guys. We only got 6 likes on the video. Ouch. I'm offended. I'm offended that you guys didn't hit that like button already. You guys can make it up. You guys can make it up to me by hitting that join button down below. I don't mind. Hey, speaking of which, for those who are members, I'm going to start doing some behind the scenes type video just for members only. I appreciate everybody who's been a member so far and supporting me. Great. I appreciate it. It's awesome. But I want to start getting you guys a little extra content just for that. It's not going to be our typical videos. It might be like going through stuff, ordering stuff. It might even just be me building some stuff around the house. Who knows? But I want to get you guys some extra content for those who are going to be joining. So if you guys want to see that coming up, hit that join button. All right. So, Mr. Alvin, let me ask you this. When you want a gaming computer for $500, which is reasonable, first couple questions. 1, do we need a monitor in that price? 2, do you prefer a laptop or a desktop? My opinion, desktop. And 3, which games do you want to play? So basically what I want to do is I want to kind of go over a quick build on what I would suggest as a budget build for a gaming computer. But what's important is figuring out, you really want to figure out what you need it for. You know, build the best system that you need. Again, guys, just for those who missed it earlier, I am not going to be streaming super long tonight. I got a lot of work to do. I still have about 60 scooters to take care of tonight. I'm going to be out till about 1 in the morning. That's all right, though. We had to get our weekly stream on, at least for a bit. All right. Sorry, guys. Catching up on chat again. A little slow tonight. Let me go check on Owlette's latest post. I want to see if anybody posted on there. Nice. What the Chuck? Colby Otter. You guys did get some. You guys got them posts in there. Nice. Well done, guys. Appreciate that. Air Force, my personal opinion, unfortunately, will never be to buy a Mac or anything Apple related. Yes, they do the job okay, but in the end, I'm just not a big fan of the company. Usually you get more power without going Mac. So dollar to dollar performance, Windows usually is going to absolutely smash it. Games like Diablo 3. You know what, guys? How about this? How about instead of going over it right now, I'm going to talk it over with Alvin off stream. We're going to get it planned out, and if he really wants to buy one, we'll get the parts, and I'll build it right here on stream. What do you think about that, Alvin? Windows gets broken with what, Air Force? Because as far as Windows getting broken, the only thing that I've had go wrong with my computer in the last 2 years is my processor died, which can happen on anything. Except when it happened on a PC, I can replace it. It wasn't an M2 soldered chip. See, how upgradable a Mac is depends on which Mac, Jorge. A lot of them are pretty locked down. Soldered RAM and stuff like that. Not all of them, you know. Some of their like older Mac Pros are pretty upgradable, but a lot of their systems, they're just so darn locked down. You know, I hate that. No, we will not go cheap on a power supply. But if I got somebody who wants me to build them a computer, maybe we could order some of the parts from Temu or AliExpress, like the case or something. You know, we want to make sure it's good parts for them, but I don't know. It's not a bad idea. We're back on the movie. No Temu power supply. We are not going cheap on the power supply. There are plenty of really good power supplies out there that are cheap enough as it is. Do not buy a computer power supply from Temu. Just don't. Don't do that. Please. For the love of God, don't do that. Hey, we got something else we can open up here too. We got an inverter. I don't know anything about it. I don't know when I bought it, but let's open it up. I know it came from Temu. It's the best I got. I'm kind of curious to see why I ordered it. Maybe I'll figure that out from unboxing it. Maybe I even did a video on this thing. I don't actually remember seeing this at all. It's a 700 watt inverter though. Oh no. What? Is that European and North American plug? I think that's one of those European North American multi-plugs. That's kind of cool. Well, it's a 700 watt inverter, not pure sine though. So I definitely wouldn't hook this up to anything super expensive. Got a little bit of cooling to it though. I don't have a link to it. I don't have a price. Sorry guys. The battery meter is a sticker over a sticker. What the heck? That's weird. It's weird they put a sticker over top of a sticker and it's like not flat. That's alright. I don't know. I don't know anything about it, but we unboxed it. That's all I gotta do on this channel. I just have to unbox things, I think. Yeah, sticker over sticker. I don't know. Yeah, my biggest problem with Apple overall, guys, is Apple will do things like they'll build a pretty solid editing machine, like the Mac Pros that were out for years. They're big towers, right? Then they'll do something just completely irritating, and they'll charge you $700 for the wheels. I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. Apple knows those wheels aren't worth $600. They know that. But they also know that Apple lovers are going to pay for it. because they're obsessed with it. They're just in their mind. They think if Apple sells it, I have to have it. And no, don't get me wrong. Apple products they're not horrible, right? It's just they overcharge for things because they know Apple people are going to pay for it. And Air Force, everything that I do, from my smartwatch to my computer to my phone to everything, they are all completely linked together, and their integration is phenomenal through Google. Everything I do. I mean, they're all completely linked together with zero issues. So I would argue that the Google ecosystem is just as good, if not better, than the iPhones. And I would love to do a video with Jerry Rig Everything, but Jerry Rig Everything has no idea who I am, because I am just a little tiny guy in the world. But I do like Jerry Rig Everything. If you check this out, read that name right there. Let's try to get it in. That's right. I got the Jerry Rig Everything knife right here. Who led the way on what, Air Force? The overall integrated ecosystem? Because if that's your question, it was actually Google. Google was far ahead using Google Drive, Google Docs, and linking Google together on everything. They were far ahead of Apple on that. Just like they were far ahead of Apple on quite literally everything. It's just like, if you look at every Apple keynote, pretty much ever, they talk about the greatest thing to ever come out, right? And every time they talk about the greatest thing ever, it's something that Android or Windows has had for 6+ years. It just is. And I don't try to be an Apple hater, because I want to review Apple products in the future. It's just, they just do so many things that make no sense to me, you know? Yeah, I mean, Apple literally had to be sued by an entire country to put a USB Type-C port in their phones. Now, the USB Type-C port is faster, more reliable, safer. It's just all around better than the Lightning port, and they know this. But they still had to be sued by an entire country just to add it. And again, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying their products are trash. Their phones are really solid. Their laptops are solid. I love the fact that they came out with their own chip. The M1 and M2 are apparently phenomenal. I just don't love what they do with everything else, you know? I don't like the way they handle it. I don't like how they overcharge in so many things. The fact that they had to be sued again for right to repair. I'm glad they came around. But still to this day, if it comes down to recommending any product, you're going to be hard-pressed to find me recommending Apple anything. And don't get me wrong, I've tried a lot of recent Apple products. I've tried their newer iPads. I've tried their newer phones. Yeah, they're not bad. But the ecosystem, man, I don't like it. Yeah, they were definitely sued for slowing down their own phones to make their battery life look better. That is also a fact. Yeah. But again, if you guys own an Apple, I'm not trying to dog on you. They still make phenomenal phones. They do make phenomenal products. There's no way around it. Their cameras are awesome. Their screens are awesome. Given their cameras are usually made by Sony and their screens are usually made by Samsung. But they're still phenomenal products. Just a little overpriced in my opinion. Yes, Charlotte said, try upgrading a new MacBook Pro. You can't because the memory is soldered on. That is true, but that is not just an Apple problem, given it is mostly Apple, but there are some Windows machines that have that same problem. I own one of them. So, I do love my new laptop. My new laptop is stellar. I love the double screen on it, but unfortunately, it also has soldered memory, which I didn't know until after I got it. I bought it used. I do love this thing, though. I love the double screens. Here, let's turn them on. Yeah, I think this thing is phenomenal. It's just a bummer because eventually this thing is just not going to be worth it anymore because I can't upgrade the RAM. That is a huge bummer. Super cool laptop, though. But again, see, it's not just Apple that makes mistakes. But they wanted to make it really thin, and Well, the problem is, Jorge, Apple doesn't have screen tech. I'm pretty sure that all of Apple's screens are made by somebody else, predominantly Samsung. Apple has really good processor tech, though. The M1 and M2 are leaps ahead of a lot of different companies out there in the ARM tech, and, you know, as far as what they are, they're really good. Well, apparently I don't like the dock then, Anthony, because I don't touch Apple a day. Don't happen. I actually do have one Apple product in this house still. I have an iPad. An older, like, 2nd or 3rd gen iPad mini. I use it for testing. Yeah, I don't know much about that, Jorge. I just know that most of their screens are made by Samsung. Also, I did not hear about that lawsuit either, Air Force, so I can't really speak on that one. All right, we'll give it a few more minutes here before I got to hop off and get back to work. If anybody has any other tech questions, feel free to throw them out there. I will do my best to answer them. Again, I apologize for the short time today. I also did not plan out my stream very well today. Normally, I like to have a couple more things planned for us to do. What does my setup look like? I can show you a picture of my setup from before I added my 3rd screen, because I don't have any updated pictures of it, but I will happily share my setup. Give me just 1 second to pull up the folder. All right, let's get this up over here. Click, 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 boom. So this is my current setup. Now, if you look right up here in the middle, I have a 3rd monitor here now. But most of it hasn't really changed. I have a slightly bigger desk pad now. But if we run through some of the pictures, this is my cable management underneath. I have all my cables running through the walls. I have custom soldered lights, all the LEDs I wired together myself. That is the computer there. Now, let me see. Is that the same video card? Yes, that is my RTX 3090 Ti. I run 64 gigabytes of DDR5, 6400 megahertz. I have an i7 13700K. The case is a Thermaltake P3. If you want to check out the speakers, go ahead and check back on the channel. Those are my Sterling Studio monitors. They are awesome. And that video was one of my first videos, actually, like first 10, I think. Yeah, that's about what my setup looks like now. A little messier. Tends to be a little messier. Water cooler, yes. Not custom. Let me see. Let's switch back over. So if we go to so right here, I have a 320 millimeter AIO for the processor. It runs right up and down the side there. And this is an open case design as well, but this actually pulls in air from behind the computer. Anthony, I don't actually even know where the iPad's at. I bought it off of Whatnot for about $30 because I'll show you why I bought it. I bought it because in one of my mystery boxes, I got a whole bunch of these. These are all like Apple AirPods, in the wired ones, wireless, Apple attachments, and I needed a way to test them so I can sell them because I can't test them. Do I have any old school tech? You know, not a lot of it anymore. I have some old school audio tech type stuff, like old school audio amplifiers for the garage sound system, stuff like that, but not a ton. Not a ton. Well, I can explain that quite easily. Good question. Let me see if I can pull up. All right. I used to have a whole bunch of the old Model M keyboards and a whole bunch of old Mac stuff. Actually, I can show you guys a picture of that stuff. That was a random pallet purchase. Some of you guys might get a kick out of this. Let me find the pictures here. One sec. Okay, we can go through all these. All right, so I used to have a whole bunch of really old Mac stuff. This one here. So if we look here, I used to have a whole bunch of like old school actual running Macs. Like that was the old Macintosh SE. I had the Apple IIe, a couple of those, like 4 or 5 of those, and a lot of those actually worked. I had a lot of Mac stuff. I bought pallets of it, and you would not believe how many people wanted to buy this stuff. People went nuts over this stuff. All right, let me find this picture I want to look for real quick. That is perfect. That is all the picture we need to explain that question. All right. This is not the best quality picture, but Hair Force asked, how does a water cooler work? So basically you have a radiator, just like a car. This is your radiator. You got fans that pull air through the radiator. Then you got a pump. Sometimes the pump is built into the water block. Got your processor here. So water basically flows across this through the radiator. Fans cool it, pumps the water back. It's just a constant loop. Yeah, super simple how water coolers work. Very simple technology that's been used in vehicles and everything else for years. Yes, Anthony, that is Macintosh, Apple, the original OG Apple. I had quite literally thousands of dollars worth of that stuff. When I posted that stuff for sale, people were coming. Whew. It is indeed water in most systems. Yes. Usually it's distilled water. Distilled is the best option. You don't want to have a ton of minerals in there, but even the sealed ones like what I have, eventually they're going to go bad and they're going to break down. Yeah, Apple back in the day looked like a box. You're not wrong. But if you guys are ever at a yard sale or an estate sale and you see some of those old Apple things for sale for cheap, buy them. Trust me, buy them. They are worth it. Did I like Apple? No, I never liked Apple. I've never liked their products. I will admit they make good products, but I've just never been a fan. But I do enjoy hobbies that make me money. That was one of them, buy and sell. That's just kind of how it goes. But on that note again, guys, I'm sorry to cut it early, but it is getting late and I got a lot of work to do tonight still. I still have to load up a whole bunch of bird scooters, drop them off, charge them, pick them up, all that fun stuff, back to work. I do appreciate everyone for stopping in. Mr. Alvin, make sure to hit me up if you really want to get a computer going. Let's talk about it. We can build it on stream. I think it'd be a fun time. Thanks everybody for being here tonight. Hope you guys, if you guys haven't seen the new Temu video, go check it out. And yeah, I'll have another video coming out Sunday. Not sure which one yet. I should know that by now. But until next time, guys, have a great weekend and stay safe. We'll see ya.